Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the fish room. My name is Travis. Today I'm going to give you a 4-ish month update on the Nicrew Hyperreef Gen 2s here on the low boy left hand side, and that is attached to the 300 gallon reef, one filtration setup, and there will be an update video on that filtration here in the next couple days, so stay tuned for that. Now, in this video, I plan on going over the pros and cons, what I like, what I dislike, and my overall thoughts since I've been using this light for, again, about 4 months. Now, I don't have any long-term success yet because, well, they haven't been on the system that long, but given that I was pretty successful with the Gen 1s, I don't really anticipate there being any issues with the Gen 2s. Now, before we get started, as a reminder, I did bring back the Wednesday night live stream Q&A hangout at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come in, ask your questions. If you have longer questions, go ahead and email me, fishofhex@gmail.com, and I will answer them during the live stream. Now, with that being said, let's go and get started. Now, when it comes to these lights, overall thought, when it comes to the setup, how easy they were to install, the controller, all the ins and outs of that, and the overall, I guess, response from the coral, I have no issues. The price is perfect. They look like the Radions, which is, you know, I guess good for something, good for bad. Personal opinion, being a guy that has his ideas ripped off all the time with 3D printing, that kind of irritates me that they look like the Radions. I mean, just from a business standpoint, it kind of pisses me off. But overall, the growth and how they're set up, the LEDs, just the way that the light is expanding and spread out throughout the frag tank, it's a good light. I got to give them that, and that's about as far as I'm going to go. Outside that they look like the Radions, I really don't have any other complaints. Now, when it comes to them being hung up over this, I am using my 3D printed 32 millimeter hole mount. Now, I do offer about 7 different mounting types, and you guys have bought hundreds of them, so I really do appreciate that. But I have them about 18 inches off the, I guess, the midpoint of the tank. I try to keep it where the splash, you can see that it is splashing over some light here, probably a little bit on the filter, but I try to keep the splash down as much as possible. Now, I do offer light shades, which I just haven't got around to making myself any, so that's on the to-do list, but I will add some shades to this just to kind of cut back on some of that light splashing over. You can see on the floor, it's just kind of coming over and avoiding that altogether. But overall, I really do like the light. The growth and the coral, granted, I still have to do some cleaning on the glass. It's a little dirty. It's a frag tank. It is what it is. But the response from the coral has been good. When I initially put the light on there, I did have the intensity higher than what it's currently at, and the coral shrunk up for a few days, which is normal when changing out the light and changing out the intensities. But right now, it is at its max peak for the day, and it is only 11 a.m. 50-50, 5 on the white, and then we got 4 and 8 on the green and the red. I don't really run a lot of par over my frag tanks because this is just kind of a transition tank. One thing that I found is, even though a lot of the corals in the 300 are sitting at 800-900 par, some really high numbers in here, when they come over to the frag tank, I give them several weeks to kind of not only heal from being cut, but to also adjust to the lower light, because a lot of you guys are not running 5, 6, 7, 800 par in your reef tank, and if I give you a coral that, or sell you a coral that's used to that light, it's just not going to do that well, right? So my plan is to bring them over here and lower the intensity, and they just kind of heal up and do their thing, and they're ready to go. And with that being said, I'm still getting pretty good par numbers. I'm getting a great spread throughout the lighting here. Now, one of the benefits of the hanging them like this is I can move them if I need to. So it's a little, I'm not getting a lot of par over here. I can always slide the light over, and it's good to go. So, yeah, issues wise, have I had any? No. I do see that I need to get in here and clean it. It's pretty dirty. So I'll have to get in there and blow out some of that dust, but I haven't got any flickering. I know that there's some issues with the Gen 1s with the power supply and the light flickering. Haven't had any issues with that. The controller has worked, no problems with that. And the fan, I can't hear it, and honestly, this is probably not the best place to, you know, given that we have printers and we have the setup here, I probably couldn't hear the fan if there was something wrong anyways. But yeah, so I haven't heard anything. It's not loud. Even getting over here, I'm not really hearing anything. It is running because I feel it pulling air in, and you know, so no issues with the fan. The green lighting, that stays on. I have not figured out how to turn that off. I don't know if you can. It doesn't really bother me. It's not like it's crazy. Again, it's a fish room, so it's not something that's going to bother me. But in your house, it might bother you. So I don't know. I haven't figured out how to turn it off yet, and yeah, that's about it. So When it comes to the overall performance on the light, it's putting out par numbers. Now, would I run this on the 300-gallon display? So let's talk about worst case scenario. All the Kessels die, and I need lighting. Well, and I didn't have the money to buy new ones. I would 100% put these over the 300-gallon reef. Now, par-wise, I don't know exactly what it would be on the bottom of the reef tank here, given that I am getting about 250 par at the bottom glass on a 31-inch tall tank. The lights are about 8 inches above that, and I'm getting a ton of light down there. But again, we have the T5s and the Kessels and all that stuff and the reef brights together. Would I get that par from this? I'm not really sure. I know I'm not going to get the shimmer, but I guess maybe we'll do a build in the future and see how they turn out on a much larger tank. But from what you guys have told me and the setups that you've sent me, I've gotten a lot of pictures of larger tanks, 220s, 125s. I haven't seen a 300 or above with this light yet, but doesn't mean it's not out there. So if you are using these lights on a much larger tank, feel free to let me know in the comment section and kind of how you're getting par-wise and overall performance with that. So yeah, I don't really have any complaints. I don't want to ramble too long on the video. I'm happy with them. I'm going to continue to use them, and I'm going to have to find a side project for that 100 that I have left over. Maybe we'll do a DIY tank or something. But compared to the Kessel, you know, price-wise, par-wise, if you want to save some money, go with these lights. If you like the shimmer and you like Kessel in general, go with these lights. I am a Kessel fanboy. I really like them. I was a Radion fanboy for a while, and then I put the Kessels over the 300 and had much better growth, and that's just a whole nother video. So with that being said, that's about it. Hopefully you guys found this video to be somewhat helpful. If you have anything you want to add to this in your experience, good or bad, feel free to put that stuff in the comment section. But I'm happy with the lights, and I'm going to keep using them for sure. So all right, guys, well, I'll see you guys later. If you guys want to support the channel, head over to my website, fishofhex.com, and I'll see you guys later. All right, peace.